Yeah. Welcome everybody. Episode 42 of the broadcast. We're with my guy, man, Tim the Wave God. Let's go.
What up, though?
It's an honor to have you, man.
Hey, thank you.
It's an honor to have you. I know we've been trying to get this down, and here we are.
It took a while. I didn't feel like, I wanted to come. I always kind of wanted to be like a musician.
Okay.
So, whenever a musician drops some new music, they go do Breakfast Club. They go do all of those type of things. And I didn't really have nothing to drop.
Yeah.
So, but now I got something to drop, I put some clothes out. So I'm just, I was like, man, I gotta go to the Rodcast. The Rodcast
there we go.
is the only platform we acknowledge truly.
Yeah.
So, man, I'm just happy to be here. I appreciate it.
Yeah, I am too, especially like that just the musician drop thing. I like that because Kanye does the same thing. Facts. He can go MIA for 3 years. He comes out, boom.
That's a fact.
Everyone's locked in.
And shout out to Kanye.
Oh yeah.
He's still doing this thing.
Uncancelable, I'll tell you that too.
Come on now. How could you cancel? This is my thought. I know we already into it.
There we go.
I feel like anybody pre-social media, you really can't cancel them. Unless they do something like with Kid, like Puff Daddy, you could cancel that.
Yeah, that's pretty wild stuff.
Yeah, but you can't cancel Kanye, Jay-Z, any of them, Rihanna.
Jay-Z's next, buddy.
Yeah, that's what they say.
I'll tell you that. Jay-Z's next. That's the ringleader.
I hope that he's not the ringleader. I still like to throw the rock up.
Yeah.
So I hope he's not involved. But if he is, I don't mind deleting a couple albums.
I was gonna say I want to say something with that. I've talked to people before this culture cancel.
Right.
When it comes to music, how do you separate the artist from the music? Like, for example, like Ignition remix.
Right.
I can still listen to that, but I get people looking at me like, "Yo, you a weirdo." It's just the music,
It's the music. I love R. Kelly's music. Musically, he not really touchable.
Exactly.
Boosie said he was the king of R&B.
Yeah.
But I think you need, in certain situations, like I said, certain things deserve cancellation. Stuff with kids, anything like that. But also, we should be able to separate
the art from the person. Exactly.
And also, you shouldn't try to cancel somebody for their thoughts, which people try to do. Yeah. So if somebody doesn't go along with the status quo or what everybody else feels, it's like, oh, we got to cancel that guy.
Exactly.
I don't agree with that. But I do agree if it's something with kids, molestation, anything that's against the moral code, you can't fuck with them people no more.
Exactly, yeah.
But that's really it for me.
See, that was already a hot topic. We're gonna get to know Mr. Tim, where he's from, what he's about, what he's doing.
That's a fact.
So I'm excited. First off, just tell the people who you are, where you're from, just the hobbies, all that fun stuff you got.
Yeah, most def. My name is Tim. Obviously, the Wave God. That's what they call me. So that's what I like to go by. Praise be to the Holy Wave God. You know what I'm saying? I say I'm from California, from the Bay Area. Okay. So I'm from a city called Vallejo. I lived in Richmond for a while, lived in Vallejo, lived in Fairfield. So I just claim Vallejo. And then the way I ended up in Texas was college.
Okay.
Yeah. So I got a scholarship to play at Houston-Tillotson.
HBCU.
Yeah,
love to see it.
So yeah, that's how I ended up out here. But that's just kind of me. That was just a little overview. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
A designer, teacher. You know what I'm saying? I do teach.
I saw that championship coach too. Let's acknowledge that.
Yeah, a great coach. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to my young boys. So yeah, man, that's like the little background. But a man of many talents. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, that's just me.
That's awesome.
Yeah, for sure.
That's awesome. How was the transition to Texas from Cali?
Crazy. I'll never forget my first time off the plane. I usually wear glasses. My glasses fogged up. It was 100 degrees, but it was raining. I had never seen nothing like that in my life. So I was very confused just by that alone. And it did take a long time to adjust too. I can remember having a conversation with my parents at week 5.
Yeah.
The way I remember that is because it was conditioning. And conditioning was over that week.
Yeah.
And so that was the first week I was like, damn, this is the first time I really feel comfortable out here.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? With everything, just adjusting, being homesick, whatever, getting over that. But the biggest adjustment is the weather though.
Oh yeah.
Because it's, the Bay Area, California, that's perfect weather.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But here it's just it's really not perfect weather when you think about it.
Bipolar. Bipolar.
Yeah, I say we probably had 5-6 good weather days in the past couple weeks. And aside from that, it was no good weather days, you know, throughout the year. Last summer was out of pocket. Oh, so that's yeah, you know, that's what it is. Yeah. So yeah.
Sweet. Love to hear. Well, shoot, let's get straight onto the brand, man.
Let's do it.
World Series company.
That's a fact.
Talk to me about it. What's it about? When did you what motivated you to start that? And right. I mean, you've been running with it since, and everyone's acknowledged. I've got to acknowledge the beauty from the leagues, right. You know, the NBA, WNBA, all that you're doing. And it just seems like, I mean, from my personal aspect of you, just the humbleness and how you keep just growing from there, and the community you have in general behind your back. I feel like a lot of, well, our mutuals are people in Austin, but I just see all of them just riding for you, and it's, for sure, it's a beautiful thing to see at the same time. Yeah,
and shout out to everybody. I think a lot of people struggle with people who they know not supporting them, but I don't have that issue. You know what I'm saying? Like, it feels, to me personally, it feels like everybody who knows me, they genuinely support me, even if they don't buy something, they'll share it. Yeah. They'll compliment me on it. You know what I'm saying? Give me words of encouragement, things like that. So shout out to everybody just out here, because you know that shit really mean a lot. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of people will quit because they're not getting the love. But I think also, like, I really kind of do it just for me. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I kind of just do it because of my love for the art of it. Just love putting things out, love creating things. So I think because my intentions with it are purely like solely just about my enjoyment for it, I'm not looking for the praise. Yeah. So like, it's so good that people show love. But I would say if people didn't show love, I think I would still put out the clothes I put out with the same output, just because I really enjoy it. But yeah, we started in Halloween 2020. Okay. I think that was the first time I dropped. And I remember I dropped a Kobe t-shirt, and at the time we was trying to vote. We was trying to get Donald Trump out of office. So I dropped a hoodie with Donald Trump on it with an X over his face.
I think I saw Abe was the model on that one.
Yeah, Abe did the modeling on that one. Shout out to Abe.
What a guy.
Abe the greatest. But yeah, man, that's how I started. That was the first thing, and I just remember telling myself, man, if you could sell 30 t-shirts or just 30 of either of the two, then you might really have something. You could probably keep going. Yeah. And man, I saw like 31. So it was like that. It was right on the number. I was like, okay, I should probably keep going. Then I dropped again. I think I only sold like 10 or 11 things. You know what I'm saying? But overall, I think it was just, in that time, it was so fun. It was so new. I was like, man, I just got to drop all the time. Yeah. And so I thought it was other ways or other things that I was into to be able to show my creativity. So like, if you go to the gram, I think the first 10, 11 things is like all videos, like all commercials we did for the clothes, for the shoes that I had dropped, different things like that. Because I was into the visuals. I think whenever you got a brand or anything like that, it's more than just whatever it is you sell to the people. Yeah. You have to sell, to me, you got to be able to sell like a lifestyle. And so to me, it was like, you know, us driving old BMW, selling, showing all of the packages and stuff that we could move and everything like that. To me, it was just like, man, this is like, I don't know. It's kind of hard to describe. But it was just artistic flow. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? It's like, all right, we're gonna put these commercials out. We're gonna drop clothes. We're gonna do a photo shoot for every single drop. Like, we're not gonna do nothing basic. Like, it's not gonna be anything that everybody else could do. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Because for me, I got like a sales background. So for me, it was like, damn, you know, what can be my differentiating quality? You know what I'm saying? So I used to sell cars. One semester I got kicked out of school. So I had to go back home and I was selling cars. And it's like, people buy from people they like. You know what I'm saying? Exactly, so it was like, all right, if people can like me, I already know people kind of like how I dress, just based off the compliments, different things like that I would get. So I'm like, if I could create something that I will wear, I know other people will wear it. Now it's just about selling World Series company to them, more than just take a picture of the hoodie on the floor and put the white background on it. You know what I'm saying? I was like, man, how can I become different than everybody else? You know what I'm saying? And if you look at anybody, you know, I used to love Bape, you know, when Nego was there, and I love all of that stuff. And it was just so different from everything else. And then also, you got to think, the time that I started was 2020. So everybody was at home.
COVID, right?
COVID, yeah. So COVID time. And to me, it was like, damn, you know, everybody it felt like everybody was starting a clothing line. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it was just super saturated. Like it felt like everybody could do. So I remember specifically telling myself, I never just slap my logo on something and just try to put it out.
Yeah.
For like $100 or something.
Yeah.
You know, I was like, I got to be able to show that I'm different, and realistically, not that I'm different, but just show who I am.
Yeah.
Which in turn ended up being different than what everybody else was able to see. So
yeah, you're like your aura basically.
Facts.
That's what I mean. What you said with your sales, your car salesman background, that really helps because it's like it's kind of like again with music, you support the artist because you love his personality, you love or her personality.
Exactly, bro.
And
like
it seems like that.
He just even to bounce off of that. Like I said, I always wanted to be, you know, a musician or so. I didn't really have a talent for that. You know, that's not my lane. But it's like we all look up to musicians.
Exactly.
You know, I don't know if you ever seen the movie 30 for 30 Broke. You know what I'm saying? But they was talking about NBA players was going broke, NFL players going broke, trying to keep up with Jay-Z, what they would see in the videos.
Yeah.
So it's like people love Jay-Z, not just because he got the best bars, but it's like his videos was the best.
His visuals,
His visuals was the best. He front row at the awards, he got the baddest girl. You know what I'm saying? Just like I do. You know what I'm saying? So like to me, that's just kind of how I see it. It's like you look at Kanye and all of them. Kanye is to me one of the best artists of all time. Him, Michael Jackson, and all of that. But you know, what really take Kanye there is the clothes, how he was dressing. Yeah. He switched how people dressed. He not only did he switch how people dressed, his visuals was better. He creating shoes now. You know what I'm saying? Like when he said he was the most influential person in footwear, he meant that. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So, but I think if you can even take it back to like Michael Jackson, Mike Jack had great albums. I think the Thriller album, one of the best albums ever. Oh, yeah. But people don't talk about that album cover with him on, with him with the cheetah. You know what I'm saying? They talk about that Thriller video, that Billie Jean video. You know what I'm saying? So it take more than whatever the product is. He's a singer, but and it's good. You know, when I'm listening to an album in the car, all I can hear is their voice. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But it's about the extra. What else can you bring to the table that can separate you from everybody else? Exactly. And I feel like a lot of people don't separate. I feel like the people who really should be doing this, they have the ability to separate themselves naturally.
Instead of following the wave.
Exactly. Without no pun intended, because I am the wave.
Oh yeah, there we
and people do follow me. That is a fact. People do copy. But you know what I'm saying? Nonetheless, whether they copy me, they copy anything, because even I'm influenced by people. You know what I'm saying? Whatever it is. I think it's all about trying to differentiate yourself from everybody else. You know what I'm saying? So and so yeah, you know, and that was a long-winded answer. I kind of went off on a tangent. I loved it. Yeah, no, I appreciate it. But that first year, I think I had dropped like 41 products, 41 different things. Damn. You know what I'm saying? So including visuals, you know, we had like 10 different visuals. Shout out Bobby, shout out Vaughn, shout out Abe. All of them was the whole OMG. Everybody was in there. And then, like I said, a whole bunch of hoodies, a whole bunch of sweatpants. I was doing hats at one point. And then I took a little time, took a little break. And then I had really kind of had like an epiphany. At one point, I was kind of like feeling like I was kind of following everybody else's wave. I felt like, damn, I'm trying to keep up with this person, keep up with that person. So I had got off social media for a minute. And I had created this hoodie. I don't know if you ever seen it, but it was like hands with the world on the front, the jet flying through it on the back. It was like, quoted, he has the whole world in his hands. He has the whole world in his hands a whole bunch of times. And then Jesus was on the back. You know what I'm saying? Because I am a Christian. So that hoodie to me is one of the best hoodies of all time. You know what I'm saying? And I had sold a lot of those. And I had really had an epiphany, and my thought process was like, you know, if the World Series company turn into something, it's going to be because of me. Yeah. And I got to step my game up. So my thought process was, in 10 years, if we have a party, you know what I'm saying, the World Series company 10-year anniversary, you know what I'm saying, we sitting down somewhere, we create a book. I want every single thing I make, no matter what it is, to be in the book. Not highlights. I don't want nothing to be, damn, remember when he made that? Yeah, but he just dropped that shit, it was whack. I want everything to be like fire, fire, fire. You know what I'm saying? To the point where it's just like, you can't even look at him no more. So I had kind of got away from like the hoodies and stuff. So I had completely went away from that whole just again, like I said, just doing what everybody else could do. I was like, hoodies are so accessible, anybody could do it. My auntie started doing hoodies at one point. I was like, okay, I couldn't even believe that. You know what I'm saying? So I was, she was biting my style. I was just playing. But that really opened my eyes too. It's like, damn, anybody could do this. So what can I do that's like totally different? So I had a friend at the time working at Complex.
Okay.
And we had talked, and she was like, I don't know if I could get you in Complex or whatever it is, but I can tell you this. If you create something centered around a big event that's coming up, I know it'll get a lot of attention. And so that was like December. So the next big thing that was coming up in my mind was March Madness.
Perfect.
So I was like, damn, I could do a leather jacket, because I kind of wanted to get into that space anyway. The supplier I had, he could do stuff like that. Mm-hmm. So I was like, okay, man, I could do this leather jacket thing, and I could kind of bite Jeff Hamilton, but the piece would be the artwork on the back. I know that, I could do something on the back that'd be crazy. And so we had painted an image on the back of Michael Jordan shooting that shot at UNC. And when it came out, it was perfect. I'll never forget, I dropped it on the gram. And at the time, I only had 600 Instagram followers, because I had lost an Instagram that I had. I had like 3,000 followers on that old gram. I ended up getting locked out. So I had to start anew. I had to start from zero. You know what I'm saying? Right when I'm trying to build it up. Yeah. I was like, damn, man, maybe that's
another trial, exactly. Getting put through.
That's a fact. I was like, man, maybe that's a sign I should stop. Dog, I never forget. Like I said, I only had 600 followers. That shit got like 230 shares. Yeah. So so that's all over the place. I'm looking at people looking at my views. I'm like, damn, these like blue check people. Like niggas is really checking it out. It's like, okay, cool. Man, I had sent it. This is a crazy ass story. Niggas not even going. Man, it's a page on the gram right now called Hype Never Dies. And I had a good relationship with the guy. Okay. So he was like, man, if you give me $15, I'll post your shit whenever you want for $15. Yeah. Every time you want it, post it, 15. So I was like, damn, okay. So the whole weekend, I remember, like March Madness weekend, I just remember sending it to him, and the caption was like, is your team still dancing? You know what I'm saying?
That's so cool.
Yeah, so I was like, okay, I was trying to think about it. Boom, it was getting a whole bunch of likes, some niggas commenting on it. He was telling me, hey, people sharing it, people like it, different little things like that. And Jason Tatum's stylist, Vic Michael, who discovered me, he was first person to reach out of that level. And I could take a step back. The rapper GT out of Detroit had bought a pair of the shoes that I made, the Sky High ones. He had bought a pair because, this crazy too, at one point I was helping manage him, because I was a part of this shit called DCTG Management. Okay. A whole bunch of rappers out of Detroit. You know what I'm saying? And I was helping manage GT. You know what I'm saying? And so I think his actual manager now is somebody who I had found on the gram, who was making who was making playlists on Spotify. He had like 30,000 followers on Spotify. He'd make playlists. And I ended up linking them together, and I think they still work together now. But anyways,
Tatum, how the world works.
It's crazy, bro. I know that's all over the place, but Tatum, people end up reaching out. And this even crazy. This the craziest part of the story. At the time, when I posted that picture, them pictures was directly from the supplier. Mm-hmm. So I still owed a balance of like, I think it was like $500 specifically. Okay. And I ain't had the money. At the time, I didn't have $500 to give to him. So I was like, yeah, this is probably, you know what I'm saying? Like, I know they was reaching out and stuff like that, but it was like, I don't know, what's going to happen. I wake up the next day, somebody bought another jacket I made for like $650. Oh, wow. So I was like, okay, boom, I got the money to get them their jacket and to get my other jacket over here. Boom, do that, boom, send it over. And the plan was for him to wear Game 1 against Brooklyn in the playoffs. I don't know if you remember that year, but I think Boston was number 1, Brooklyn was number 8. It was something weird because Kyrie had missed some games, KD had missed some games, all of that. And so
that's the series where Kyrie flips the fans off, I think.
Was that the one? Yes, that was the one where he was scratching his head, flipping them off.
Swept.
And if you remember that game, Tatum hit a game winner.
Yeah. Game 1.
Game 1. He ended up hitting that game winner, and he didn't wear it. So, and this is another crazy story too. When the jacket came, I had tried it on, and I could barely fit it. And for I'm sitting down, but I'm only 6'4". I know I got super.
Yeah, I was about to say you look like a 6'6".
6'5". I think I'm 6'5".
I think everyone's taller than me, so
right. So but I got super long arms. So the arm had barely came, you know what I'm saying, like past my wrist. So I was like, I'm gonna send it out there, but I don't really know, what's gonna really come from this. You know what I'm saying? So I reached out after game 1. Hey, could he fit it? And dog was like, we gonna see. So they ended up sweeping him. He didn't wear it. Fast forward, the next series they playing Milwaukee and Giannis and them. I think they lost game 1.
Yeah.
Of that series. May 3rd, that was the day he ended up wearing it. I woke up that morning. I was in California at my family house. I was literally about to text Vic Michael. I was going to text him like, dog, I think, hey, if he can't fit it, it's all good. No love lost. But you know what I'm saying? I would like to try to sell it or at least try to get a picture in it. I only tried it on one time, you know what I'm saying? Something like that. Man, I obviously didn't do that. Had to work that day. I'm working. Like 2 o'clock come. He texts me. He like, you finna be a superstar. This is what he say to me. I'm like, damn. Oh, so my response, he could fit it? You know what I'm saying? He was like, yeah, he could for sure fit it. So he sent me the pictures that the Celtics photographer took. His directions to me was, don't post nothing yet. Let me post it first and let me get it to the platforms, whatever. By the time he did that, my nigga KD from Dallas, he texted me and he was like, bro, I think, he was like, is this your jacket?
Is that Kenneth?
KD, he from Dallas. I don't think you know him. Okay. And he wrote me, he was like, dog, is this your jacket? I was like, yep. So it was already going viral on Twitter, like 8,000 likes. So I'm like, dang, I ain't even, you know what I'm saying? I ain't even know. So I quoted it like, hey, I did this jacket, whatever, woo. Everybody on Twitter going crazy. All my niggas going crazy. And this a funny story. Mello, Mello, little Jalen brother.
Yeah.
He wrote me and he was like, you should sue. And I was like, what? He was like, what do you mean by that? He was like, yeah, they stole your design. And it kind of dawned on me, nobody who I was around had ever reached that level of success before where somebody, at the time, I think Tatum had the best playoffs that year.
Oh, yeah.
So you could say he was the best player in the NBA at that time. You know what I'm saying? And he put something on that somebody who we know, did. You know what I'm saying? And I think he hadn't met nobody who had did nothing like that before. And so it was like a lot of people, somebody had called me crying. They were so happy. You know what I'm saying? I just feel like, it's like whenever I do something and it's good, somebody wear it, whatever it is, I just feel like everybody feel like they did it. It's like a win for everybody. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like that's like the best thing about it. That was a great experience. And then so from there, I just kind of stuck with leather and just was doing jackets, whatever it was. And I ended up doing the HBCU jacket for Kicking It. Yeah. And so I went from there. I did that jacket.
It's awesome what they do with HT too.
I agree. Yeah, Kicking It. Shout out to them. I did that jacket. I did a custom jacket for a cheerleader on the 49ers. Then I went SYN jacket with Ferrari. It was got a Ferrari on it with green bottom, blue top. Spurs jacket. Devontae Graham wore that one. Spurs jacket, I got that. Lakers jacket, I got that one, the Blue Bucks clan. And I did all of those in like 3-4 months. Man. You know what I'm saying? So it was just like my creative juices earlier this year or earlier last year was just at an all-time high, it felt like. You know what I'm saying? So that's basically the World Series company. And then, like I said, I just did the stuff with HT. We had sold all of that. And then I dropped a couple things, like first time dropping a hoodie in a couple years. And with the donuts on it or whatever, and that shit did numbers. And then I still got a couple munchies and more left. But even that, that logo alone is just, you know what I'm saying? I love that logo. And then this one right here, this all denim hoodie right here. I'm going to put this one out when you put this out. You know what I'm saying? So they're going to do the photo shoot for this. I think my girl going to creative direct that. You know what I'm saying? That's her debut. You know what I'm saying? And she one of the hardest. She one of the greatest. So yeah, but that's the World Series company in a it's a wide lens. I said a lot, but that's basically the World Series company. I also had Dalen Terry, some other known guys buy some clothes from me. So, but like I say, I don't really do it for that. It's for just the love of the game. You know what I'm saying? Like I really love making clothes. I really love just that artistic flow. I love doing shit like this. Yeah. Munchies and more, all of that. Anything where I could just get my creative juices flowing is just I'm just happy to be able to put that out to the world. You know what I'm saying? So,
I wanna know where this personality came from, this just light. You know what I mean? And the artist in you, who inspired you? Yeah, man, I think when I was like 2-3 years old, I could play the drums. Okay. You know what I'm saying? So I always was kind of musically inclined. I just couldn't really, I couldn't rap or nothing like that. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So
But I was kind of musically inclined from a creative place. When I was younger, I used to draw shoes a lot. Like all the Jordans, I could emulate anything I see, I could draw them. You know what I'm saying? So I got the 20s on right now. Okay. I used to try and draw these, like all the little fine details. I used to try and draw them all. I used to try and create my own shoes. I used to draw houses. You know what I'm saying? That I would be like, man, I wanted to live here. Yeah. One time I got in trouble. I had drew my grave. You know what I'm saying? Right. I don't think I ever even told nobody that. One time I think my mama whipped my ass for that. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I was always drawing, bro, and athletics, because I played basketball. That kind of took me away from that artistic place. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But
was basketball the only sport?
Yeah, that was really all I played. I played baseball was first.
I know people were trying to make you play football.
Yeah, they was. And I should have stuck with it. I say that all the time. If I would have played cornerback or something, I could have been, you know what I'm saying, 6'5" cornerback.
Yeah, exactly.
Come on, man. I could have been special, man.
Hey, but it seems like your life's still been super blessed.
Oh, most definitely. I feel like everything happened for a reason. I think every opportunity that I feel like I missed, I actually shouldn't have been there. I really trust God. I think God is in control of everything. So, you know what I'm saying? I try not to harp on things that didn't work or things that I feel like should have worked, because, you know what I'm saying, if
just live in the present.
It's got to be right now, because you got to think, we doing the Rodcast, right? We could do the Rodcast again tomorrow.
Any day.
But we can't rewind this moment.
Exactly. Yeah.
We got to stay right here. You know what I'm saying? Like, niggas don't want to be right here. Niggas is living in regret. Damn, why we doing that? Why didn't that work out for me? Why didn't this work out? Why didn't that relationship? You know what I'm saying? Why didn't nobody buy this? But it don't matter. It's gone now. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? You got to make the most of right now. You know what I'm saying? I was coaching that team. I used to tell my young niggas, it can be over. You could step wrong. You could run, and look at Kobe. Yeah. Kobe was at the top of his game when he tore his Achilles. Yeah. Because we know Kobe is the greatest. Yeah. And it's like, come on. You know what I'm saying? But if Kobe, I learned a lot from Kobe, because, and I think maybe that's where it come from, is that motivation, like that
mama mentality.
It's like, you got to stay right here, because when it got tough for Kobe, did he run? No. He never left. When that rape shit was going on, he was still showing up.
That was a crazy year for him too, statistically. Like, to deal with both of that and still kill everyone. I think that was the 81-point year.
That's what I'm trying to tell niggas. Like, he never quit. Mike, it got tough. What happened? He quit.
Yeah, he did.
And he came back. Mike is one of the greatest. We can't disrespect Mike. But he quit. And Kobe never quit on us. Even LeBron. You look at LeBron, I love the King. I hope I get a jacket to him one day. Hey. Shout out to the King. But every time it get tough, it feel like the King leave. Yep. He go to Miami. Then he go back to Cleveland. Who go from Cleveland? I mean, who go from Miami to Cleveland? Nobody. No one. You know what I'm saying? Maybe a Doughboy.
Sorry, Bobby.
And shout out to Bobby too. And let me say, shout out to Bobby, because Bobby, one of the greatest niggas I ever met. One of the most genuine people. Definitely. You know, I never met really nobody like Bobby. Shout out to the whole 330.
He's my nerd, bro.
Yeah.
He talks we talk about Pokemon all the time. It's like he just tells me, I love how much of a nerdy dad you are and all that.
And look at this. He talked to you about Pokemon, but he talked to me about Griselda. Okay. And so that's what type of person he is. He's so well, everywhere. He everywhere. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And he know a little about everything. And I love Bobby. He always been true. Yeah. And
I do want to compliment you too on Mr. Cruz. Yes. His episode, he showed you a lot of love. He kind of said you were the one who planted that seed and gave him that motivation. And just hearing that type of character, like you said, you could have been like, bro, like, stay in your own lane. But y'all's group, like, he really emphasized y'all's group really helping each other and building each other up. And I was just like, man, you don't have like friendships like that. You know what I mean? Like, it's shitty to say, because, you know, it's kind of a dog eat dog world. That's a fact. In general. But it seems like what y'all got going on in general, just y'all circle, is just wanting to elevate each other to that next level. And it's just a cool thing to see.
That's a fact. And Cruz is one of the greatest niggas I ever met. The person I am today, I don't want to say it's solely because of Cruz, but Cruz gave me more game than most people ever would even imagine. You know what I'm saying? Like, so he could show me love about the clothes, but I could never pay Cruz back for the confidence he gave me. You know what I'm saying? When I was in school trying to get it, when we was both at HT trying to make shit happen, and I met Cruz playing junior college in California. Okay. So our relationship go back a little further than everybody else in the group, but Cruz was I could never pay him back for the positive words, and he always show love. You know what I'm saying? And You know, I don't even think we ever disagreed. Now we get arguments and stuff. He used to do this thing, man. He used to act like he wanted to buy something, and then he trying to talk you down on the price. You're like, bro, I know you got it. You know what I'm saying? But shout out to Cruz. He one of the greatest niggas of all time. And shout out to Jallo, Vaughn, Montel, Vaughn, Clint, and Cruz. You know, them is my brothers. I love them guys. And shout out to the whole Talk About It group message. Them is all my brothers too. Dez is in there. Bobby is in there. Who else? Tay Jones, one of the greatest. I mean, Tay is inspiration. You know,
what a guy.
If Tay could do it, anybody could do it. He the hood Michael Jordan. And, yeah, so shout out to everybody, bro. But basically, I just said all of that to say that you got to stay in the right now, because if you're not in the right now, you either living in the past or you living in the future. Mm-hmm. And you can skip over how beautiful this moment is right now. Yep. You know what I'm saying? Kanye got that line. You know, chased the good life my whole life long. Looked up at my life, now my life gone. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to be chasing a mansion and a Maybach and all of that. And I will get them things. But I don't want to be chasing them things so much that I miss out on time with my family. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? I miss out on time with my girl, not focused on the job at hand, which is the students who I teach right now. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Stuff like
really
that.
Valuing life.
You got to value that shit, man, because it could be over instantly. You know what I'm saying? How many people you know? I know people, man, my best friend died at 21. Mm-hmm. He ain't think his life was going to end that day. And the last time he texted me, I ain't even text back. I was all over the place. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Not even taking that. But at 21, I'm not going to know that. Oh. That I got to, you know, but things like that really taught me this. That's why I believe everything happened for a reason. So, yeah, that's what it is.
Man, I gotta give him a shout for that. That was
man, appreciate it.
Man, you and Cruz both getting me emotional.
Man, it's all about emotions. You got to tap into that emotional side. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Niggas be trying to be too hard. It's okay to cry. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I be crying sometime, not often. You know what I'm saying? But I be crying sometime. You know what I'm saying? But
there we go.
But you gotta just tap into that emotional side. Yo, you gotta have emotional intelligence. You know what I'm saying? And I still struggle. You know what I'm saying? I think I be taking things too serious sometimes. I think I be getting mad when I shouldn't get mad. My responses don't always be right. But I'm a work in progress. You know what I'm saying? And I ain't afraid to say that. And hopefully that encourages somebody else. You know, it's not over. You know, it's right now. This is the best day of your life because it's right now. Exactly. So that's how I feel about it. Yeah.
Man.
Off top. We need some claps for that too.
Yeah, I was about to say, come on, man. Go on.
Shout out to the crowd. Thank y'all for coming.
That's awesome, bro. That was fire. You kind of really just covered all that right there. Yeah. Just with, I mean, I guess the last thing I'd want to say about your clothing brand is just the future.
Yeah.
It's crazy because we were just talking about living in the present, but obviously you want to keep elevating at the same time. So
that's a fact.
What's the future?
I just think it's about building on everything. I definitely want to focus more on the leather works. You know what I'm saying? My favorite brand is Chrome Heart. You know what I'm saying? And they drop when they want to drop. They do what they want to do, and I think that's my vision. Almost, you know, if it could be up to me, you know what I'm saying? I would be like a tailor, and people would come into my store, you know, the World Series Company store, and they would come holler at the Wave guy, and I just do shit. I just do jackets for them, and I charge whatever I charge. You know, whatever that price is, that's what that price is, depending on whatever the budget is or whoever it is. But it's like, man, I just want to be with the people. I want to be touching them. Okay, how long is this? What's your vision? What you got in mind? You know what I'm saying? I want to do stuff for the NBA. You know, Jeff Hamilton did that, the 50th anniversary, and he did the 75th anniversary. Hopefully, when it's the 100-year anniversary of the NBA,
imagine.
You know what I'm saying? Hopefully, I can do that jacket for the 100 players. You know what I'm saying? And
you have to make a jacket for Wemby. That should be fun.
Wemby, that's gonna be cool. And shout out to Wemby. Shout out to the whole Spurs organization. And but that's really the key. If it could be up to me, dog, if I see the future of the World Series Company, man, we all over the place. We might not be in those stores. You know what I'm saying? We might not be in no whole bunch of stores, but we gonna have a store, and people gonna come from all over the place, and they gonna come in, they gonna get fitted, they gonna be able to buy stuff. People gonna be lined up around the block. You know what I'm saying? Like how it used to be, you know, when niggas was trying to buy them Concords in 2011, you know, them Cherry 12s back in the day, them Space Jams. Like, that's just how I see it. I see people lined up around the block. And that's another thing, too. Let me say, if you really want to know the future of the World Series Company, truly, look at the animated commercials that I've done, because that's the future. Storefront, Ferraris, Maybachs, celebrities coming through, wearing the clothes, everybody coming through those. Celebrity, non-celebrity, it don't matter. You know what I'm saying? Just come through and kick it. You know what I'm saying? We're going to have the music going. You know what I'm saying? We're going to be playing that rap. And one day, and on Sunday, we're going to play that gospel. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? It's going to be everything. We might even turn a sermon on or something.
Sounds like a real life movie.
Nah, I'm telling you, they're going to come back to this interview when the Rodcast is the biggest. The Rodcast will be the biggest. That's just a fact. When people come back to this interview, Rodcast, A-Rod with the wave, they're going to be like, damn, that nigga did
spoke
everything.
Into existence.
He spoke everything, and it's going to be exactly that. I'm telling you. It's going to be us in there doing it big, Ferraris out front, celebrities coming through, everybody coming through, everybody dapping each other up, everybody showing love. It ain't gonna be no classism. It ain't gonna be nothing like that. Where you can't walk up to a nigga. If you coming in there, you gotta leave your ego at the door. Yep. It's all love of everybody who come in, and we're gonna do infinite amount of numbers. We gonna and we're gonna be in Paris, and we're gonna do stuff. We're gonna do everywhere. We're gonna be here, and then you just gonna see my Instagram, and ain't gonna be nothing no more except pictures all over the place. Stuff in Indonesia, you know what I'm saying, traveling, stuff in you know what I'm saying, in Canada, you know what I'm saying, in Paris, you know what I'm saying, in Egypt, just taking pictures, everywhere. And it's gonna be beautiful. That's what it's gonna be, and it's gonna be present. That's all I gotta say.
Man, you can make someone run through a wall, man. The motivation we got going on here.
My boys, they won that championship, man. Shout out to all my boys. So
that's awesome.
Shout out to them.
Shoot, well, that was kind of the wrap up from the series, or just the brand. That's a fact. I'm excited to be on the journey now, man. Yeah, you on that journey because it's us. It literally is us. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Everybody building something. You doing this, but this legendary. You got lights. You know what I'm saying? I know that niggas ain't gonna whatever. It's light. It's light. You got lights. You got the setup. Look at the microphone we talking on. You got a soundboard. You know what I'm saying? Like, we got knickknacks. Hey, that's a CJ Stroud signed autograph.
And shout out to CJ Stroud, and I'm gonna send you that picture of me and CJ Stroud last year at the Blue Bucks Clan concert.
I saw it. I was pretty jealous. I slid up on that.
Me and Stroud, he from California too. He from LA. But
he did have some hot takes, kind of disrespected some Texas women and
But so did Wimby though. Well, so did Wimby, and he was right about Whataburger too.
Oh no,
that's a fact. He was right about that. But we on that journey though. The Rodcast. Yeah. The Rodcast will be the biggest.
Appreciate that, man.
Bigger than you can imagine. Yeah. That's a fact.
I always have people ask me what I want to do with this, and I'm just like, it's just genuine love. Fact. Like, I just love talking to people. That was it. Like, at first, this became like me and my little brother. We had a little fallout. We're back together. Yeah. Our dad's currently locked up, so it kind of brought us together again. Yeah. So you know what I mean? And I have a daughter now, so I want him to be that uncle and
that's a
just
fact.
All that stuff.
And shout out to little bro. You gonna fall out. That's normal.
Oh yeah.
Niggas thinking it's not gonna be no fallouts. Niggas thinking it ain't gonna be no friction. But only way
makes it stronger.
Yeah, that's the only way you can get stronger is from that friction, from that resistance. So shout out little bro. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? That's a fact.
Sweet.
42 episodes.
Yes, sir.
It's a blessing.
Shoot. Numbers. Well, since you're a big kicks guy, I kind of wanted to get your insight on what do you think the top sneaker is
right now.
Just in general. What's your number one? You
got to go Mike's. Anything Jordan that was in the numbers 1 through 23. You could go anywhere, but my favorite shoe of all time is the Jordan 15. Okay. And people hate that shoe. Niggas hate that shoe. They trying to act like they love it now. They hate it. I love the Jordan 15. I just like the way it looked. I think the player editions they had at that time was amazing. So Ray Allen, Michael Finley, Eddie Jones, all of them guys. And I think I just missed that era. You know what I'm saying? Like I was a young guy back then, but NBA Live, 01, 02, 03, like the way they looked on there, the way the NBA was on NBC, like I think I may love the shoe just because of the era.
It was more raw back then.
It was so raw, man. It was tough. It was gritty. You had to be tough in the league, but Mike and them, they had it on lock. Tinker Hatfield, you know what I'm saying? They had the shoe game on Smash, and they still got it on Smash. You know what I'm saying? So I would say the Jordan 15.
There we go.
Most definitely, I like the Jordan 8s a lot. I like what else do I like the 20s that I got on right now? I like 21s. I like all of the teens Jordans. You know what I'm saying? But everybody's favorite shoe is the one. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to the ones.
Yeah, I was a Stephon Marbury / Plato's Closet kid growing up. So Stephon Marbury did a lot for
I had
Definitely
three.
me.
I had 3 pair of Starberries.
Oh yeah.
Cause remember it was Starberry. He had Stefan and Ben Wallace was with him.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
I love
had
Big Ben.
I had a pair of Ben Wallaces. I had a pair of Starberries. Let me think, cause we had went to LA Disneyland, Thanksgiving 07, and they was in a store out there, and we had bought all of it. It was only $15.
Yeah.
So shout out to Starberry.
Awesome what he did, man.
Yeah, and I hate that LeBron hated on that, cause it's like
That hurt.
whenever you talk like that, you know you got that influence. You ain't gotta hate.
Yeah.
And that kind of, if you look at Marbury's career after Bron made them comments and shitted on him, his career kind of went downhill.
Yep.
But Marbury is a Hall of Famer though.
Oh yeah,
that's a fact.
And I will say too, because I talked to someone about this on an episode. I don't think Bron now would have done something like that from young Bron. He just had, you gotta think that kid's been cameras all his life since he was 16, 18, you know? So he probably didn't know how strong his word was at that time. And it just sucked because Starberry, I mean, I don't know if you ever watched that documentary of him, the kid from Coney Island, bro, that was
great.
That was an emotional.
Greatness. What's his name? I liked all the commentary. Billups.
Yeah.
Everybody
had
Stephen A. And then you just look at his story. Spike Lee made the movie off of him.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
He got game.
So I love Marbury, man. I think his style, you know, the ball fade with the line down the middle. Mm-hmm. You know, I did that haircut a couple times.
I tried. It don't look good on Mexicans.
It don't look good on me though either. And I got a lot of hate. Nobody showed love.
Really?
I got a lot of hate. A lot of people still send that picture of just my face only, no outfit in the group message. So I still get a lot of hate from that, but it's okay. That's awesome. And it's all good.
Well, shoot. Well, what do you think is the most overhyped shoe?
Overhyped shoe. Whew, that's tough. Overhyped shoe right now in the game. Oh man, let me think. What's the most overhyped shoe?
I hope you don't say Crocs.
Oh no. Crocs is doing their job. And I remember niggas used to hate on Crocs.
Oh yeah, and Sperry's. It was the same with Sperry's.
That's a fact.
Sperry's and Elite socks were a strong combo back in that day, man.
Yeah, most definitely they was. And but I would say the most overhyped shoe. Man, I could go 2. Can I go 2?
Yeah.
I gotta go New Balance 550, which I just wore today, by the way, which is crazy. And then I hate what they did to Dunks. I hate what they did to Dunks, dog. Like that was like, cause Dunks was a purist because niggas used to act like, those is fake Jordan 1s.
Yeah,
you feel what I'm saying? So people was hating on the Dunks a lot, low and high, and then the pandemic came, but it's all about that influence. Travis Scott came with the Dunks, and now everybody got Dunks. So now if I go anywhere, I'm gonna see at least 5 people with the Panda Dunks on, and you know what I'm saying. And they tried to do the same thing to the 550, and they crashed the 550 out for New Balance, and it's unfortunate. Another shoe that I remember niggas used to hate on, and now all of a sudden, it's so much love for them is Asics.
Yeah.
Niggas hate it. Man, let me tell you, sophomore year of high school, sophomore year of high school, I had a pair of Asics for PE and I threw them away. I didn't even tell my parents I threw them away. I threw them away because I didn't want to be made fun of. Like, this is real. Niggas hated them. Now I'm looking at people going to the club in Asics. Mm-hmm. This is, you're wearing running shoes to the club. So it's crazy. But now I'm telling you, going back to Kanye, those are what you would consider a dad shoe.
Yeah.
So when Kanye came with that 700, it was like, damn, that's the style everybody emulated. So when he said he was the most influential person in footwear, he meant that. Because if you look at everything that's going on now, it's all based off of that 700, which was the original cool dad shoe.
Yeah.
And now it's like everywhere. I mean, niggas is wearing New Balances to the club. These are running shoes. I'm telling you, I could go walk Town Lake and see people wearing shoes that I will see people wear to the club that night. Mm-hmm. Like, that's crazy. You know what I'm saying? So I think those 3 specifically, it's just the most shocking. They crashed Dunks out, but I still like Dunks.
Oh yeah.
I still like the 550s. I still like Asics. But I hate what they did to them.
Yeah.
Because it's just, all it takes is for one person to do something, and you could have been talking shit about it, and now all of a sudden it's the coolest thing to you just because everybody else like it.
Yeah.
And I hate that. So, but it is what it is. What can you do? So
shoot, because I was saying one time I bought Breezy. I got her some Pandas.
Right.
She was so hyped, and I said, I want you to go look at that mall now. see
Right.
every girl wearing the same
That's
shit.
a fact, dog.
And she said, but it always comes with a person because she says, I wear it better. And I said, you know what? That's why she's a bad bitch.
And shout
Respectfully,
out to,
of course.
And shout out to her. It's all about, it's not what's on you, it's what's in you.
Exactly.
That's a fact. That's why you can see a girl wear old thrifted clothes and she looks better than all of the girls.
The thrift, man. That
saying?
kind of hurt because, like I said, I was a big, Plato's Closet thrift guy.
Yeah.
Thrift stores are now exclusive. You know what I mean? Like everything and anything costs
That's a fact.
high end now.
That's a fact. But I say still, you could still catch a girl like my woman, for example. She could go thrift and be fresher than all of the girls in the club wearing, wrestling suits. Hulk. All of the girls in the club now look like, Hulk Hogan or, you know what I'm saying, The Rock or any of them. But then it's like either it's like super spandex, you look like The Undertaker.
Oh my.
Yeah, facts. Or they just wear like all lingerie. And so I think even that is like very interesting.
Yeah.
How it's just completely, nothing is left up to imagination anymore.
Yeah.
Anyone. It's like, but that's just my opinion on that. But back to the shoes. I hate what they did to them, but I still love the shoes though.
Yeah.
So that's how I feel.
Sweet. Well, shoot, let's hop into this is my favorite topic, the sports. I love sports.
That's what
I know you're a big sports guy.
The biggest.
Obviously the WNBA,
Yes.
Caitlin Clark gets drafted
Yes.
#1 overall. You love to see it for the women.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully it brings them to, just more of that acknowledgement, that recognition that they deserve.
That's a fact.
It is crazy to see that her contract is basically $78,000 a year. I know she just got that big deal with Nike, but I'm a big card person, sports collecting cards.
Facts.
So Caitlin Clark is making $78,000 a year.
Right.
Her highest sports card alone has sold for $78,000.
That's a fact.
And it's just like, man, what she's gonna do to this market for the WNBA is gonna be special.
Well, they needed a superstar.
Oh yeah,
They needed a superstar, and no matter what they say, you can hate on her. I heard some WNBA players mad that the big three offered her a contract and all of them different type of things. But the reality is this: she's a needle mover.
yeah,
So I hadn't watched a women's college basketball game. My cousin is Maya Moore. I don't know if you knew that, but that's my cousin. So I think she left.
that's a flex. Like
No,
I don't like how nonchalant you were about that.
But family is family. But Maya Moore, I think she left UConn in like 2011.
Yeah,
So from 2011 to 2023, which was last year, I didn't watch one women's college basketball or regular season WNBA, nothing. Because it's like, for what reason would I do that?
yeah,
Like, no disrespect to the women's game, but the proof is in the pudding.
yeah.
Niggas is watching the men play. You know what I'm saying? Guys is dunking, guys is shooting threes, and then just even think about the NBA in our lifetime, because we can't speak to what Mike did, we can't speak to none of that, but we can speak to what Curry did,
Yeah.
because what Curry did to the NBA is he completely changed the game, and now all basketball is played basically in the Warriors system.
Yeah.
And people want to watch that. People don't want to watch. I could remember, that's why it was so crazy when Kobe would score 81 points, because it would be games where teams wouldn't even score 81.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So to go from that to now you got this exciting young light-skinned guy, you know what I'm saying, green eyes, hitting threes, and he's miniature in stature too. So he's not even a big giant like LeBron or nobody like that. It's like he completely changed the game. So Caitlin Clark come through doing what Curry did.
Yeah.
It's like, dog, how can you not love that?
Yeah.
And think about the relevance she gave to the game. 18 million people watched that game. I hadn't watched the game in 12 years.
Killed the men's ratings.
Come on.
Killed the men's ratings.
They also showed the men's game at 9:30 at night.
And I think on a Monday.
On a Monday.
Right?
That's disrespectful to the game.
Yeah.
9:30? Come on, please.
I got work the next day.
That's what I'm saying.
I know what you're doing.
I was yawning, first 15 minutes, but yeah, she brought relevance to the game. Shout out to her.
Yeah.
For sure. Her and Angel Reese, they both brought
Oh,
relevance
yeah.
to the game. You know what I'm saying? Because Angel Reese is the anti.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? The most marginalized human being in America is the black woman.
Oh yeah.
So
I did hate when they try to make a race comparison between Clark and Reese.
That's a fact.
Because they both love each other's games. They both love what they're bringing to the game. Like they're
and I see that differently. They shouldn't be compared because Clark is way more advanced from a skill set perspective than Reese is.
Yeah.
But Reese is the show. She's the star.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like her attitude, well, she gonna be I can see her future right now. She gonna be commentating. She gonna be in movies. She gonna keep being in music videos. She gonna stay relevant because she popping it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
She got it on Smash right now. But you know, Clark, you can't make it. That's not a race thing. Why Clark is the biggest, because she's just way better than everybody else. And Juju is coming too. Juju's the
truth. Juju is the truth.
Juju better than me right now. That's a fact.
I think she's still 18 too, which is even more insane.
I gotta check that birth certificate, man. There's some niggas lying. But I ain't gonna say that about her. Shout out to her.
Yeah. So. Shoot. Well, I want to get in some NBA with you.
Come on.
I was gonna say this would be Tay Jones if he was in the NBA. Yes. Jonte Porter banned for life for gambling.
Yes.
Super crazy. Can you imagine all the long hours, sacrifices you've made for your NBA to get to the NBA, just to bet and ruin and get banned from the NBA?
My thing is this: what are you trying to gain?
Exactly.
You make
millions. You didn't even get nothing crazy.
Millions of dollars a year. You lost it for 21,000. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So you bet 50,000, you made 21,000. So you mean to tell me $2-3 million a year wasn't more important than $71,000?
That's got to be just an addiction at that point.
It's got to be, and that's a deeper conversation. Like the fact that when I was growing up, when I was coming, I'm still growing up, but when I was a young kid, it was commercials about gambling. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Like you shouldn't, like you need help. You know what I'm saying? Recognize the signs. And now they're kicking guys out. What happened with Calvin Ridley in the NFL? They'll suspend him for
stupid.
They'll suspend him for a year, and then Calvin Ridley is suspended by the NFL for a year because of this. And then the next commercial break, it's FanDuel.
Yep.
It's all of these
promotion.
So it don't even really make sense. Like, but that's what I'm trying to tell you. It can be over.
Yep.
With one decision. That's why your decision making is so important. A lot of people lack that decision making process, that wait and think. You know what I'm saying? Like, is this smart? Is it worth it?
He was lucky to be in this journey in general. Like, let's be real. Michael Porter Jr. was probably a big reason.
That's a fact.
Mizzou.
Jonte Porter is just a little bit better than me right now when it comes to the basketball. So you shouldn't even be there. You should probably be teaching like me. You know what I'm saying? What is we talking about? You know what I'm saying? So he threw it all away for $71,000. And, you know, he has to speak his piece. I hope he come on the Rodcast and speak his piece. You know what I'm saying? But he got to speak his piece. I guess it was worth it to him. He could still go make money overseas. He's a good player.
Yeah.
He's a lot better than me. I apologize to the community for lying. He's a lot better than me.
Hey, we don't know that for a fact. Let's be real. We don't know that for a fact.
We really don't know till we lace it up.
Exactly.
But yeah, shout out to him. I mean, you know, he will overcome. It's all about that comeback story. You know what I'm saying? That redemption, that redemptive quality. Mm-hmm. That's what America loves. You know what I'm saying? So hopefully he come back.
Yeah.
And he can make a positive life for himself. I hope that don't define him forever.
And then we had some big playing games yesterday. We had Batum. What the fuck? Hey. That was the last person.
Courtside crypto. I got my tool in.
Yep.
Fourth quarter yelling, why the fuck is Batum? Yes. I don't know why he was in.
That's been the craziest video I've seen. Just so many remakes of that with him. And he really, it's crazy that he really saved the 76ers season.
He for sure saved it. And it's funny because Blue Bucks, like I said, shout out DJ. He had got that jacket from me. Mm-hmm. What's his name? Batum was defined by that video.
Yeah.
It felt like for the last, since they dropped that album, because even if do you remember his goodbye to the Clippers?
Yeah.
He said, hey, hopefully I gave my all, even in the fourth quarter.
Yeah.
So even yesterday that happened. His wife is talking about, you know what I'm saying? Hey, I guess that's why he in the fourth quarter. But shout out Batum, shout out to the Sixers. Not a fan of Embiid.
Yeah, not me
Not
either.
a fan. All of that falling around, flopping shit, that crashing out behavior. You weigh 300 pounds. Nothing that
So I couldn't get Rihanna.
Like, bro, you know what I'm saying? Because she could recognize that character.
Exactly.
That softness. You know what I'm saying? So it's like you falling all down and stuff like that, crying. Then they took away Jokic's MVP and gave it to him because of all of that crying and stuff he was doing. And then this is another reason I don't like Embiid. Ain't nobody spoke on this, but I'm going to speak on it.
Let's hear it.
The rules is you got to play 65 games, right?
Yep.
To get awards. Why do we play the game? For individual awards or for team success?
It's a big team.
We play for the team. So if you're hurt, why are you then going to go and play in a game when you're not 100% right? And then you go fuck yourself up even more.
Exactly.
It doesn't even make sense for you to make. So you want us to feel bad for you or to blame the CBA for making that rule, which is a great rule, by the way.
Yeah.
Because you wanted to selfishly insert yourself into a greatness conversation when it's going to hurt your team in the long run.
Yeah.
You should arrest it. Forget the MVP, bro. You're rich forever. He's never going to go broke.
Exactly.
And then what's more important, the MVP or, because he was having a great year, the MVP or a championship, which he's never going to win, by the way, because he's just not, his style of play is never going to work.
Yeah.
That give the big man the ball with 12 seconds left.
Not early 2000s no more.
You're not Shaquille O'Neal. All of that jabbing in between, all of that stuff, it looks good on like Instagram Reels for your trainer. Mm-hmm. The reality is, when has it ever worked?
Yeah.
Name one big man the size of Embiid who's putting the ball on the floor and doing all of that stuff where he has a championship.
Maybe just Jokic.
Jokic is the only one. Jokic is way past Embiid.
And that's because he's a team.
He's a team guy. Exactly. I guarantee you, if he was hurt, he would not have played.
Exactly.
Straight up, bro. What are you trying to prove?
Yeah. I do want to throw a slug at Philadelphia. I don't know if you saw the Allen Iverson statue.
Yeah. Philly, okay.
Yeah.
I think Philly has a ring of honor.
Exactly. Yeah. So it's like Charles, Will.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Everybody's statue is the same size. But they didn't need to do that because they know AI was a little guy. They put Calvin Cambridge on there. That's disrespectful. You know what I'm saying? But shout out to Lil Bow Wow. You know what I'm saying? But shout out to Philly though overall. I'm fucking with Philly. There's some good rappers out there. Not Meek Mill. I'll never listen to him. But
couldn't even watch WrestleMania because of that, man.
That's what I'm saying. Meek Mill all in there. You know what I'm saying? Front row.
Now they're doing a whole what is it? Do the Meek challenge sound.
Come on,
It's a
bro.
bad
What are we talking about? This is Meek Mill. This is Meek Mill, bro. He completely crashed himself out. That's what I'm saying too. It can be over, bro. With one weird decision. Drake don't write his music. He thought that was gonna be the one.
He did.
It wasn't the one. Your albums now are awful. I don't know one Meek Mill song since 2012. Amen with Drake, please. I don't know any song that you've been on. So, but no disrespect to Meek Mill. You can take that as disrespect, Meek Mill. Freak Mill.
Oh, man.
But nonetheless, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to everybody in Philadelphia. Y'all are doing good.
I did want to say, too, it sucks seeing Jimmy get hurt. He's going to be out with the MCL injury.
Yeah.
He's just one of those dogs, man.
Who was the 1 seed in the East?
Boston.
Yeah, they dodged the bullet.
Yeah, they did.
They dodged the big one.
Because we know playoff Jimmy is a whole different breed. And
Michael Jordan.
Yeah.
Mike Butler.
Yeah, there we go.
The real, he's the truth.
And then probably the biggest topic that's talked around right now in the NBA is the Warriors dynasty possibly ending now.
Yeah.
Klay Thompson, 0 for 10, 0 points, and a very big game to a young, hungry Sacramento Kings team.
Yeah.
How do you feel about that? You smirking, so I feel like there's some evilness behind it.
So I feel like, you know, and let me just say, I wish I was working for the Kings. I wish I was like doing their merchandise because, you know, you ever heard of, Dame Dash had that shit with Rockefeller Records, went away called Death of a Dynasty. And I would have put that on a white shirt instead of, Fear to whatever the bullshit they had. I would put Death of a Dynasty on there. I would have played on that. You know, that's just how my mind be working. But
that would have sold.
Yeah, for sure. That would have been the one. But it's over.
Yeah.
And it should have never began.
Yeah.
I hate to say that because I hate to sound like a hater because I'm from the Bay. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So shout out to the Warriors. But you look at 2015, Kevin Love gets his shoulder pulled out. Kyrie Irving gets hurt game 1 of the finals. The Cavaliers go win game 2, game 3. Do you hear me? Here's another crazy stat, just from knowing. In regulation, the first 3 games of the 2015 finals, do you know that the Cavs never didn't lead? Remember game 1, they lost in overtime.
Yeah.
Only time they trailed in 3 games was a 5-minute quarter. So you're looking at a team that if Kyrie don't get hurt, they probably are up 3-0. They probably win that championship. The year that the Warriors should have won it, 73-9, they lost. And I don't want to hear the Draymond thing because Draymond had the best game of his career in game 7.
Yeah, he had a 30 ball.
Come on. Draymond?
Super weird.
It's not even prepared. He don't even do stuff like that. They was running them off screens. Please. You go there, they lose. Then they got to go call the greatest scorer of his generation, Kevin Durant.
There we go.
So then you go look at KD. KD go bring 2 rings to him. KD sacrificed his own legacy.
Yeah, he did.
But he made their legacies. Them guys are Hall of Famers because of him.
Yeah.
Only reason Clay and Draymond is even in the conversation is because of rings.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I mean, it sucks that Clay uses that a lot too when he's getting in these petty fights.
When you're shooting 6 for 22 and the only thing you can do is throw the 4 up, it's kind of ridiculous.
Yeah.
So it's unfortunate, but I will say this:
they did give us good basketball. I'll give them
great basketball. They changed the game, but it's over though. And I mean, I'm a Laker fan. You got to understand, I went through some hard years before we got LeBron.
Yeah, you did.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like it happens to everybody. Look at the Yankees in baseball. Late 90s, please. Now all of a sudden we up 3-0 on the Red Sox. They come back and win 4 straight games. Now the Red Sox is doing their thing. It's we ain't won a World Series since 09.
Oh, so you know what I'm saying? Yankees guy too?
Come on.
That hurts.
You know who are you?
What you mean? You see it right there, man. We were at the opening series. We saw them whip our ass, and it hurt. Selly's first Astros game. She was going crazy. The crowd loved her.
And shout out to Selly. I don't want her to be part of this conversation, but I do want to say, you know, y'all saw that game. I saw y'all cheat.
What you mean?
I saw a lot of cheating going on from the Houston Astros organization.
Oh man,
let me get some claps for that.
No, we ain't gonna do that.
No claps from the crowd.
This is where I got to step in.
Okay.
So,
yeah, talk to me.
Specifically baseball. I do want to say there's a beginning of cheating.
Yes.
And there's a team who had way more money than anybody in the cap spaces for probably 40, 50 years.
That's a fact.
That was the New York Yankees.
That's a fact. And we built and we were happy about that.
Yeah.
This is what we do. We go buy the best players for sure.
That's the disadvantage from every other team to have probably y'all got 3 times the salaries from that. But that's
a fact.
But I will say that too, because I got a lot of baseball guys. They're like, look, man, cheating's always been around. It's kind of, it's the Yankees, the Red Sox, the Dodgers.
Steroids. I wish that they would bring steroids back.
I do too.
Look at what would happen today ratings.
Exactly.
If they brought the rest.
And I want to say too, the thing about steroids, I don't take steroids, but the thing about steroids, it's about the intake of it. Fact. If you're abusing it, that's where the concern should be. But steroids in general,
like that, right?
Exactly. Like for you, I'm a big UFC guy.
Okay.
These guys break their bones.
Right.
They are literally prescribed steroids to heal their wounds quicker.
Yep.
And it's like, don't get me wrong, it's getting them stronger, but it's getting them stronger for their bones in general. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, that's a fact. And I'll say this, you think about all of the great players from the late 90s, early 2000s, Barry Bonds.
Oh, man.
McGuire, Sosa. And, Barry Bonds was a Hall of Famer before that.
Exactly, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Gary Sheffield, Hall of Famer before.
There we go, baby.
Come on. I told you we could talk about anything.
Yeah, I see that.
You know what I'm saying? I was a baseball guy first. Because you talked about the Yankees, Rodriguez.
Yeah.
You think about all of these people who was bringing people to the stands. Now they can't go to the Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
But they brought the money in after the strike in 94.
Exactly. And you see the MLB, they just leave them.
They leave them. They
leave them.
Come on. Look at what they did to Pete Rose.
Man.
Pete Rose. 4,000 hits. He not in the Hall of Fame
Yep.
because he bet on something that didn't have nothing to do.
And then we got the Ohtani situation right now. Same pickle.
Ohtani, come on. But guess what? I only know one baseball player right now.
Yeah.
I only know 3. Bryce Harper, Mike Trout,
the dog,
and Ohtani. So are you going to tell me you want to hate on Ohtani, but the casual guy like me who's not really into baseball no more only knows that guy?
Mm-hmm.
Come on, man. Y'all can't have it both ways. They're bringing money in. Y'all got to let them do what they're going to do.
Yep.
Straight up. And I think they need to bring them steroids back because that was a fun era.
For good intake use.
For good intake.
No abuse.
No abuse. No Jose Canseco. No nothing like that. But I'm talking about the, Houston. You're a Houston guy.
Oh, yeah.
Lance Berkman.
Oh, man.
Carlos Delgado.
Yeah.
Roy Oswald.
Yeah.
You didn't even know I knew that.
There we
you didn't
go,
even know that. Y'all, man, he tried to hate on me. Y'all didn't hear. Let me get some claps.
Yeah, I was about to say.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
I
appreciate that. Shout out to the crowd. Shout out to the crowd. But yeah, the Astros 05.
Oh, man.
Oh, wait, y'all lost.
Yeah, we did.
We
got
to
swept.
the White Sox. That's right.
We got swept.
Jermaine Dye was on that team.
Cried with my mother that year, 05.
And that's how it go. Sometimes we cry. Niggas need to tap into their emotions. Yeah. You start crying more. For
Man, that was awesome.
Yeah.
I do want to say we probably got 2 more topics. You good on time?
We ain't got nothing to do.
Team USA, man. Mm-hmm. It looks like it's getting dangerous.
That's a fact.
Reinforcement has come, and it looks like the Team USA is ready to take over the world again and really put a stamp.
And that's a fact, because when y'all lose again to Nigeria, what are we talking about?
Yeah.
Please. And then the way that they played, and that was in 2021.
Yeah.
Leading up to Paris, or leading up to the whatever that Olympics was that they had to delay. So now you go last year in the FIBA thing.
Yeah.
They looked terrible.
Lost to Germany and everybody.
But Brandon Ingram I thought he was a superstar. And in the way they benched him a couple nights ago, and in the way he played last year, it was crazy. I think Team USA is good, though. We had to call them guys through. That's a fact, because for the pride of the country. But I will say this too.
It's not going to be easy.
It's most definitely not going to be easy, because the world has caught up to us.
Yep.
And the grassroots game, the grassroots level of the overseas basketball is so much better than the grassroots level of the game in America. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So when you think about Jokic and all of that, the way that they play basketball out there, how tough it is, that's why Jokic and Luka and them could come over here.
You've heard Wemby and Lucas say
this shit
it's
easy.
Way rough in their countries.
Compared
to the NBA.
You know, Luka scored 73 points. I'm watching him walk in the lane. Yeah. This is like y'all can't even do nothing with him. But we had to call that guy. They need to go get Kyrie, because I was going to say
that's what I was mad about. Is it looks like he's getting the Isaiah Thomas treatment.
Oh, and I hope he's not getting that, because first and foremost, Kyrie is one of the best players of all time. Probably top 20 of all time. So biggest shot in NBA history. Everything on the line. Think about everything on the line.
Step back.
He hits that shot. More skilled than anybody. So that's just, imagine if he was 6'6". We're not going to go there, because we can't play the what if game.
Yeah.
He's already better than everybody. They tried to act like he was this horrible human being, but everybody only says good things about him.
Exactly. They don't see the behind the scenes that he does.
That go back to what we was talking about, that cancellation. They tried to cancel the guy, but how can you cancel somebody like Kyrie, who is the best? And Kyrie is the best. It don't matter what nobody say. Kyrie Irving is nobody that can fuck with him, because as far as finishing, the only people who probably finish better than Kyrie in NBA history is maybe Shaq, because he's right at the rim.
Yeah.
But he's a top 2 finisher of all time. He has the best handles of all time.
Left or right.
Insane. One of the best shooters of all time. How many 50, 40, 90 years? And how many 50, 40, 90 almost? So we're looking at somebody who's completely well-rounded in the game. And his mom passed away at a young age. Yeah. So that's got to be, that's on them too. They don't even think about the human side.
Yeah, they don't see the build-up that really...
Yeah, like, you know what I'm saying? So that, shout out Kyrie. To me, that's my favorite player in the game right now. Nobody can fuck with Kyrie. And you can't say nothing negative about Kyrie to me, because I played basketball in college. I couldn't imagine seeing somebody like that who could just do everything. You know what I'm saying? They met him at Duke. Yeah. Come on. Yeah,
he played barely any games and still was...
Come on. He was #1 pick, bro. There's one of the best players of all time. Yeah. One of the best players of all time, for sure. So I hope they go get Kyrie. I don't know why Halliburton is there. I don't feel like he should be there. I think Dame Lillard should be there.
I think Halliburton has to earn a few stripes before that.
That's a fact, bro. It's like you can't have one good year. You know what I'm saying? You can't have one good year.
Like Kyrie stamped.
Kyrie is stamped. Damian Lillard is stamped. Maybe they didn't put Damian Lillard in there because of the thing he's going through personally. But he still had a great year, All-Star. I think he was the MVP.
Yeah.
So, I mean, this is one of the best players. Dame Lillard, too. He's one of the best players of all time, bro. Like, honestly, if you're going to put Steph there, how can you not put Dame there?
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Exactly. Dame just don't have the look didn't sign with Nike. Like,
that could be a big reason, though.
I'm telling you, it's so much.
Nike don't play with that shit.
I'm telling you, it's so much behind the scenes stuff that go into these things. And I know Steph is with Under Armour, but I'm just saying Dame is a real Oakland guy. So he's true to himself. Forge my own path. Yeah. Not gonna do what, but their game is the same.
Well, that's kind of him and Kyrie if you think about it.
Exactly. Yeah. And they hate that type of stuff. But you look at somebody like Steph, we can market Steph. Yeah. Can we market Dame? Oakland? Do we really want to market the town? Yeah. Probably not. Because look at what's going on out there. Niggas is leaving their windows down in Oakland right now. You know what I'm saying? So that people don't punch their windows in and try to steal their stuff out of the car. So it's like, do we really want to push somebody who's from an area like that? Also, another thing too, I think a guy like Damian Lillard, his fans are his fans. I compare him to like a Currency, the rapper. Okay. Niggas love him. Yeah. So it's that audience. It's that audience. You can build them up, but you can't tear them down. Exactly. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I just feel like they don't have no control over that. They could probably control a Steph or other guys like that, but Dame, Kyrie, you can't when you can't control the guy, that's when it start getting. It's like, all right, we're gonna push Steph, and even though Dame can pull from the same distance, average the same amount of points, stats is very similar. You know what I'm saying?
He's just not turning around after he shoots a three.
Exactly. He's not gonna play. He's not gonna play the crowd game.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So. That's how I see it. But I hope they go get Dame. I hope they get Halliburton out of there.
Just hope they get the gold.
And Kyrie. And we need that gold for the country, man. It's all about America. For real.
There we go.
Check that.
Man. Shoot. Also want to say, Saturday, big fight. We got Ryan Garcia versus I put Haney.
What's up with Ryan, man? All that weird shit he doing.
He's seen some demons, I'll tell you that.
It feel like
seems like cocaine and CTE at this point.
That's what it feel like. But I thought he was a man of God after his last fight.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know if you saw the press conference today. First thing he opens up with, thank you, Jesus. He says thank you, Jesus, like repetitively, like probably 10 times. Yeah. And then they said, look at the beginning of him thanking Jesus, and then the end, he's telling Haney, suck my dick. Well, you know what I mean? Yeah. It's just you can't play with God's name and that type of,
bro. If you want to be that kind of guy, then be that kind of guy. If you want to be acting weird, talking about you've been exposed to all of these different things, and you want to, you know what I'm saying? If you want to make people uncomfortable, choose your uncomfortable. Because saying thank you, Jesus is uncomfortable too for some people. You know what I'm saying? But I'd rather you stay on that than be weird, and you're finna get whooped. It don't even look like you've been working out, training, nothing. Like
looks like he's just trying to get the clicks. That's really it.
That's what it looked like, man. I'm just like,
and he's in a zone right now too. He looks like he's about to destroy him.
He in that zone. And shout out to the Bay Area. I believe he is from San Francisco.
Okay.
So shout out to everybody from the Bay. I got Haney in that fight in 5 rounds.
Oh, there we go. Yeah, Garcia's plus 550 for anyone who wants to put any money line, play with their money. Donate probably.
Y'all could bet on that, man. I hope that y'all do bet, and I hope that y'all do get y'all money. But I hope y'all betting safely.
Yes.
And that's all I'm gonna say.
There we go, man. That goes back to that. See, we just made a little circle right there.
Bro,
there we go.
I'm telling you.
Man. And last topic.
Yeah.
NFL draft right around the corner, man. I know you're a big 49ers guy.
That's a fact.
You see, this is a Houston family.
Yes.
Like I said, when you said about the Yankees, I went through the fire with the Astros, and I was young. Tickets were basically given away.
Facts.
Texans over the past, when we lost to Sean and all that craziness. Yeah. Right now, if you're a Houston Texan fan, it's a time to be. It's a blessing to see players actually wanting to come to Houston, and these new uniforms coming out on draft night. I'm excited.
Crazy.
I'm excited.
Let me say this, man. Shout out CJ Stroud. Houston is the team of the future, and they just went and got that guy.
Best Texas team. I'll tell you that.
I'll
tell you that.
The Cowboys are not even. It goes Texan. It goes UT.
Yeah.
Texans, University of Houston.
There we go. See, man,
the Dallas Cowboys. I will never acknowledge Houston Tillerson University basketball and volleyball, and then the Dallas Cowboys.
There we go.
I cannot fuck with the Cowboys at all. Have never seen no success from them my whole life.
Well, especially being a 49ers fan.
Oh, that's a fact. Because even if I saw success, I wouldn't acknowledge it. That's a fact. But
that's awesome.
Houston is definitely that team. As far as the draft goes, you gotta go Caleb Williams #1.
Yeah, you believe the hype?
If I was drafting, I would draft Jalen Daniels though.
Really?
#1 for sure. Because he's shown it at different levels. He showed it in the Pac-12. He showed it in the SEC.
Yeah.
He won a Heisman Trophy. He had some good weapons. For sure. But Caleb Williams, I think niggas love his off-schedule stuff. So I get it.
His aura.
And then I got to run around.
Aura, bro.
That's a fact. I think he'll be extremely successful. That's a fact. I think Jalen Daniels will have the best career. This is why I say that. If he's in Washington, which I hope they don't make that mistake and draft nobody else. Because it's in the tape, like Brandon Ayuk say. It's in the tape.
Oh, we can talk about him too.
Yeah, we can talk about him. Cliff Kingsbury.
Yeah, shout out New Braunfels, right down the road, man.
He was at Oklahoma with Kyler Murray.
Yep.
Then he coached them.
And then Mahomes.
He had Mahomes first
at Tech.
Kyler Murray. So he's one of those offensive minds who understands the games, the motions. Mm-hmm. We can get mismatches. We can do things like that. He's like a baby Shanahan for us.
Yeah.
So whoever gets Cliff Kingsbury is going to have the most successful career.
And have fun throwing the hell out of the ball.
Exactly. And Washington also has incredible They have a great receiving core.
Dotson,
McLaren, something like that. I can't think of his name. They got a great receiving core, so they already ready. To be honest, they're ready to go. They're ready to contend right now.
And they're the NFC East, so they got sky's the limit.
That's a fact. So, well, who's in the East?
You got the Eagles, Cowboys, Giants.
Please.
There you go.
Because Jalen Hurts, he had one good year. You know what I'm saying?
I'm hoping my Houston boy bounces back. But
yeah, I mean, but you know, realistically, Jalen Hurts,
it's sad. He's more. You saw his team give up on him. They gave sad.
up on him. He's more handsome than he is a good football player.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Sucks to see.
No Puff Daddy. You know what I'm saying? But,
no Diddy.
No Diddy. But, he's better. Washington can be the team. The Cowboys are never going to be anything. That's just the reality. It's unfortunate.
I try to tell that to my friends with the Edgar cuts and the jean shorts.
And shout out all my Mexican partners.
There we go.
But I know, and Mexicans love the Cowboys.
Oh, they love it.
I don't know why though.
I don't either.
All they ever did was let
I'd tell them like your Theos, they saw a good Cowboys team. This generation,
what you even cheering for? My partner Gilbert, man, he loves.
Oh, I know that motherfucker.
Gil loves
anything
the Cowboys,
against Houston,
bro.
I feel like, man.
Yeah, he kind of is on that. He is kind of on that. I'm just hating, but Jalen Daniels is good. The best receiver is Marvin Harrison Jr.
Oh, generational talent, just like his daddy, man.
And it's not even, they're trying to make it closer than what it actually is. I feel like the TV networks kind of have to do that. He's better than, his dad was really good. His dad also had
Peyton Manning,
top 3 quarterback all time.
Peyton Manning.
You know, top 3 quarterbacks, Aaron Rodgers, #1.
Yeah.
Peyton Manning. Tom Brady. That's the top 3 quarterbacks all time.
There we go.
So if you have a top 2 quarterback, he's going to be able to get you the ball. Because, you know, when you think about dynamic duos, you could say Peyton Manning, Marvin Harrison. You could also say Peyton Manning, Reggie Wayne.
Yeah.
So, you know what I'm saying? You had a great quarterback. Any receiver there, Dallas Clark, they're going to be successful. Yep. You know what I'm saying? Just because of the quarterback. And that's what I think is brewing in Washington. Because of the coordinator. It's all about the coordinator right now.
Yeah. I mean, you saw with the Texans that the coaches,
exactly.
I mean, D'Amico.
Where they come from.
Exactly. You have someone believing you like that, anything is possible.
Anything
like the success
is possible,
wise.
man. And then if you got somebody who can just draw some shit up, it ain't that difficult. They either playing man or zone. If they in zone, motion somebody over, get them going like how we do with George Kittle. Or if it's man, then you got, in Houston specifically, if it's man against Stephon Diggs, he's going to win. So that's just the reality.
I'll take that.
So
how do you like Brock Purdy?
Of course.
Yeah.
Ugh. Do I like Brock? What have I said about Brock? I like him. Brock tight, man.
New sponsor of John Deere tractor. Love to see it.
And look, Brock is a real white boy.
Yeah.
And that's what I think they don't like. They trying to hate on him being a real white boy. And it's okay to be a white boy, man. That's what he is. He can't help that. They want him to be running around. They want him to be doing all of this different type of stuff. But I tell you what.
He's focused.
When Shanahan draw that play up, he know where Ayuk supposed to be. He know where Jennings supposed to be.
Yep.
He know where Debo is supposed to be. He know where McCaffrey is going to be. And he going to get it to him right where they supposed to be. Career year, McCaffrey. Career year, Ayuk. Last year, career year, Debo.
This was supposed to be our Super Bowl. Let's be real.
And we didn't. I'll say we lost. And you got to put it on Brock.
You look at the paper. Mm-hmm. This is y'all. This is Kansas City.
Yeah. But how can you go against
Pat Mahomes? But I will say the thing with the Brock Purdy perspective.
Right.
He didn't do bad.
Nope.
He didn't do good. He did.
He's exactly what Cam said he was.
Yep.
He's exactly what, you're not going to win a game because of him.
But second year.
Second year. He's
still a young buck.
He only makes $700,000.
He still got a roommate.
He got married. He has a roommate. Please, they don't even have a house yet. They can't afford it.
Yeah.
In the Bay Area? Please, they can't afford it yet.
And then he's having to take leadership over, Mr. Kittle, Mr. Debo.
Facts.
Like
he's his real superstars, you name it.
Yeah, yes, exactly.
And all homebred. They all drafted them guys.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So I fuck with Brock though. I respect Brock for what he is. But the guy is Shanahan.
Yeah.
It's Shanahan. He's the greatest. And then the defense. So I thought Fred Warner was gonna be MVP. I thought for sure. Especially how he played against Dallas.
Oh, yeah.
After that game, I just thought, he should be MVP. Greenlaw, torn Achilles.
Yeah.
Or ruptured Achilles.
I had Chase Young, too.
Chase Young. He was kind of whack for us. One thing that niggas forgot about because we was able to adjust so good, we lost Hufanga. The safety, all pro.
Yeah.
Come on, bro.
Was that during?
That was during last year.
Yeah.
So it's like we lost our safety and we lost our best linebacker, or our second best linebacker in the Super Bowl. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, but I
Try
can't
to play with those cards.
But I can't give nobody any. I can't give us no excuses because
We was up
7-3 for like 2-3 quarters, bro.
Yeah, that was a boring first half.
Like my nigga, but we was dominating on defense.
Yeah.
I was like, the way Greenlaw and them was looking, Fred Warner, I was like, bro, this is like, we finna smoke these guys. Like for real, it's no way they could. And then Chris Jones just start wrecking the game on some Aaron Donald shit. And then it's like the thing with certain guys, if you let them hang around, they're gonna find a way, because in a game like that, it is gonna come down to not coaching, not play calling, which I love, none of that type of stuff. It's gonna come down to who has the better quarterback,
exactly,
not the better skill guys or nothing, because they didn't have better skill guys.
Because it was clockwork too.
Exactly, they just smarter. And honestly, Andy Reid is a better coach than Shanahan, but I still fuck with Shanahan. That's still my guy.
Yeah, and it took Andy Reid many years to get those flowers.
I think their careers will mirror. I think Shanahan will have success just like Andy Reid did, but I think it'll take some time.
Yeah, he's young.
Because they hate on Shanahan. They hate him because they say he too aggressive, but I think he not aggressive enough. I think he be holding back.
Oh yeah.
Like, oh my God, that trick play?
Yeah.
Man, we should have been more of that.
Yeah.
They couldn't fuck with stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Draw something up for Debo. They couldn't even get Debo involved.
Yeah.
But that's on Debo though.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
He was playing with that hammy too.
And that's another thing too they forget. Debo had to sit a playoff game out.
Yeah.
Like, bro, come on. This is one of the best. Did you see what he did to the Eagles?
Oh yeah.
Come on, bro. This is craziness, bro. Like
he's literally like a bullet. Like when he's
untackleable.
Yeah.
You can't fuck with him. We only had one bad game the whole year against the Ravens.
Yeah.
That's the only legit game we lost, because every other game everybody was hurt. McCaffrey was out. Debo was out. Fred Warner was out too, I think.
Yeah.
Or Trent was out.
Yeah.
So it's like, bro, if you all of these people out, now we get to see, okay, is he a great quarterback? Because I remember he went head to head with Kirk Cousins, who I thought was going to be MVP also this year before he got hurt, and he didn't look good against him. And I was like, damn, if we had like every quarterback we played in the playoffs, I was like, if we had that quarterback, we would win the Super Bowl, no question.
Yeah.
If we had Jordan Love, come on, bro. Imagine if we had Lamar Jackson. We might score 100 points every game.
Yeah, that'd be insane.
You feel me? So it's just like every quarterback I saw, it's like, bro, and this is the last year. This the last year. Because last year could have been the last year. If they get rid of IU, it's over.
Yeah.
Like we don't, because they can't pay Ayuk and keep Debo.
Yep.
So it's like we're gonna lose one. So, and you need both. So this is literally the last year, and Green Bay is coming. Pause. So that's what it is. So that's how I feel about it.
Shoot. Well, I'm hoping we see the Texans 49ers Super Bowl. You guys can represent the NFC. I want to get the AFC.
And we will win that.
Oh,
that's no question.
It's another hot take.
We'll win that.
But shoot, man, that was
legendary.
That was a fun episode.
Legendary.
That was a fun episode. I thank you again for your time.
Most definitely.
Give your shout outs, your ats, so I can plug it all in.
Most definitely. Shout out to the World Series Company. You can follow them at the World Series Company. You can follow me at the Wave God. I'm about to drop this denim hoodie right here. Somebody just told me it was Ralph Lauren vibes, and I would have to agree with that. Shout out to Ralph. You know what I'm saying? So we definitely gonna drop this. We're gonna have a fire ass photo shoot. We doing that this weekend. Shout out to our creative director Simone. You know what I'm saying? You can follow her at Simone. You know what I'm saying? And Rayography is gonna do the photo shoot. She do everything I do. So shout out to Ray. Shout out to Danny Candy Apple too. He did all of the visuals, like from a commercial standpoint early on, and he was the filmer, or he was directing Munchies and More. So shout out to Danny. Shout out to everybody just in the world. Shout out to the whole OMG. Shout out to Jallo, Tail, Vaughn, Cruz, Clint. You know, those are my brothers forever. I love you niggas. And shout out everybody in the Bay too. You know what I'm saying? Shout out Dito, shout out Blue Jeans. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to everybody, man. You know what I'm saying? Y'all doing it humongously. And I'm proud of everybody. I'm proud of anybody, you know what I'm saying? Slow motion better than no motion. And I'm just happy for everybody. Shout out to Future. He just dropped a crazy album. Shout out Eloise Shimmy. Who else? West Side Gun, the whole Griselda. Y'all be keeping me lit. Blue Bucks Clan. You know what I'm saying? Batum, you had one good game, brother. You know what I'm saying? But don't lose it though. And man, who else can I shout out right now? I think shout out Rod the Rodcast. This will be the biggest media platform in the world. You know what I'm saying? In a few years, and even if it take longer than a few years, it's on the way. And you know what I'm saying? Shout out to Austin. Shout out to University of Texas. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Paredes Middle School where I teach.
There we go.
Shout out to my team. You know what I'm saying? We won. Shout out to
your lady.
Shout out to my girl. You know what I'm saying? I probably should have did that first. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to her, the greatest. And shout out to everybody. You know what I'm saying? Everybody who is supporting, everybody who not supporting, all of it is important. It's all conducive to success. You need people believing in you. You need people not believing in you so that you can have motivation. Don't trip if niggas hating on you or nothing like that. Niggas is gonna hate. And just be you. Follow your own wave, man. You don't have to do what everybody else doing. You don't have to say things that everybody say. You don't have to dress like nobody else. Just be you. You know what I'm saying? I'm me. You know what I'm saying? This how I dress. Jeans, shorts, baggy clothes. You know, and that's why some niggas say I can't dress. But you know what? I'd rather look like this than look like you. You know what I'm saying? And so that's how I feel just about everything. And who else, man? Who else I've been listening to music? Well, I gotta plug my musicians, man. Robbie Oso, he from the Bay. I fuck with him. Slimmy B. Who else I've been listening to? Future just dropped a crazy album. Metro Boomin. Rick Ross. I'm fucking with Rick Ross. Yeah, Pusha T.
He's back.
Yeah, Pusha T, one of my favorite rappers of all time. Shout out Pusha. And shout out to Drake too. You know, I ain't gonna hate on you like everybody. I ain't gonna gang up. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Drizzy. You know, he could drop that good music. Kanye West, the greatest artist ever. Jay-Z. That's how I feel. That's what it is. Numbers.
There we go. Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
That was awesome, man.
Sure.
Again, appreciate your time.
Off top.
We can run it back whenever,
We can
man.
do it whenever,
we
man.
can run it back.
Hey, look, I'm gonna drop.
I love that I saw all the knowledge from everything, man.
Almost deaf. And in the fall, I'm gonna drop some more. We're gonna come way more leather. Everything already ready. You know what I'm saying? Mock-ups already done. You know what I'm saying? There's some mock-ups that's not done, but the ideas is there. I just gotta draw them out. You know what I'm saying? So we could come back like October, November. You know what I'm saying? And we're gonna drop it and we're gonna have harder visuals. You know what I'm saying? Harder commercials, better photo shoots. The clothes gonna be even better, more quality. And you know, at the end of the day, you know, anybody designing, you know, you may feel like you're doing something, but you know the truth just like I do. You know what I'm saying? So don't forget that. You know who the wave is, you know who the guy is. And you should follow me. You know what I'm saying? And when you follow me, you'll be led to the light. You know what I'm saying? Praise be to the Holy One. That's what it is. Numbers.
Oh, man, that is.
Yeah.
That's how you close an episode, man.
Do it, man. You got to close it like that.
That's how you close it. Again, thank you guys, man. Episode 42 of the Rodcast.
Check.
We'll be back at it like a crack at it next week. Thank you guys.
Got it on.
Yes, sir. That was nice, man.